these teams close, but I think Sprout will just about have enough to bring it over the line. It certainly could be a very, very close map, though, and Epsilon need to win it if they want to get to that spot at IEM Sydney to keep those Australia dreams alive. It would be a very long way to travel, but I'm sure they want to go.
Yeah, all teams will want to go to any IEM event. They are very prestigious. I'd say they're up there alongside the majors, maybe just a little bit below them. They've been around for a long time, of course, so it's always something you want to compete in. And let's see now. Only one up for grabs in this entire tournament, one spot, so it's a difficult road ahead for any team that wants to actually claim themselves that spot. And we've already seen a few upsets, NTC being eliminated, Wendigo getting themselves into the playoffs. And let's see what way this group goes now as we do get live into the second map. Epsilon, let's see if they can get off to a better start this time around. Robin gets the utility as always. And over on the CT side, actually, no defuse kit. Just 5 players picking up the Kevlar, so let's see how this one's going to work out. If the site gets taken over, it's going to be a very difficult retake, so let's see what happens. But they do have 3 players on this A side of the map, so maybe a bit of a raid coming in currently, and Nato Sapik starts it off well with a little one-tap towards Jenko. Epsilon down by 1 man early on, but they are going to be able to just walk towards the bomb site and most likely get this bomb planted. And that's where that no defuse kit could come in as a bit of a problem for Sprout.
Certainly going to have to speed this one up. Robin already gets the first for Epsilon. Trades coming back and forth. The Frantic Frights come in towards mid, but it is going to be Sprout claiming the kills, and Crystal does check the corner, so Smooya can't get anything done. And Robin needs to ace, and that just isn't possible. Innocent actually gets him through the woods. So even without the kit, Sprout do push back through very, very quickly. And Smooya maybe could have made the difference, but he thought he could take his time to try and get multiple frags. And in the end, it's Sprout who take a pretty easy retake on the ace side there.
Yeah, Smooya up close in that position was in a pretty good spot to try and get 1 or 2 kills, but the problem was he waited. He tried to play smart. He tried to wait for the players to pass so that he could get more than 1, because in that position, if he shot there, he was likely to just get traded out. But unluckily, it was actually swung back, and I believe it was Nato Sapik who ended up clearing the position. So, worked against them. And now Epsilon are just going to be going for an eco into this round. They got the bomb plant at least, which means into the following, they will be able to get everything they want. They'll get the rifles. They may lack utility, but they will get the weapons out at least. So, into this one, just a couple of P250s, 1 dig. And I presume they're just going to look to try and drop as many weapons as they can. The bomb plant would also be a little bit of a bonus, but Cobblestone, a difficult map to get the bomb down up against these full rifles, unless Surreal can hit shots like that. Innocent gets dropped. Epsilon start off this round quite well.
That's one of the M4's drops, but I don't think Epsilon will be able to recover it. With that smoke being up, you can already see Spiddy looking to recover that rifle, and indeed he will. Spiddy, though, goes aggressive, and he does get the kill back. It's Surreal who gets dropped. The push is going to come in towards him, but Crystal is boosted up to assist his teammates. Spiddy making sure he just doesn't peek, tries to stay safe, and that nade does so much damage. I mean, Smooya does get the kill, surprisingly, but he's only on 3 HP, so that is going to be easy. M4 should be saved. Yes, it is, and Sprout take a pretty standard second round, to be honest. Losing 2 players is fine for Sprout there. They'll be happy with that.
Yeah,
I mean, they were against the full eco, but I still think it's fine. They only lost the SMGs, right?
Yeah, it's not perfect, but it's okay. I didn't really lose too much. Spiddy?
Where's his gun?
Yeah, hang on. Okay, this is the easiest thing ever. He just has to press scoreboard, look that they got the bomb plant on pistol, and realize they're going to be buying into this round. But let's see. Opening kill goes in favor of Epsilon. Smooya takes down Dennis. That's maybe a weapon that Spiddy could go ahead and recover for himself, but for the moment he is just going to be stuck onto this USP, and not looking so good for Sprout. They're down into a 4-on-5, but actually Innocent gets aggressive and he doesn't only find a single kill, he doubles down and drops Robin as well. So out of nowhere, Sprout have managed to recover this round into an advantageous situation, and look at Nato, he expects that player to lurk out a drop room, he takes down Surreal, and they don't even need Spiddy to have a weapon apparently.
Yeah, that's the thing. I assume Sprout were aware this was a buy, not only because of that plant, but NATO obviously bought the AWP. You wouldn't do that if you thought they were eco, so they must have been aware of the buy, and maybe Spiddy was just still sleeping a little bit, but he's still going to be stuck with a USP. He decides to go aggressive, though, so he's going to gain info towards A. Would be a risk, but it's not going to be an issue because the B push is coming in. Chak gets the 1 trade, but I don't think he'll expect a second player in towards Chicken Coop. He's pushing towards the site. Actually, no, Chak is falling back, so Spiddy could be the one taking the fight, but oh, Shaq makes the jump. I was going to say for a second there, NATO could have been in trouble, but Crystal eventually chimes in from Coop, and Sprout managed to shut Epsilon out again.
Yeah, and now it's only going to get more difficult because Spitty has a rifle.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They're
so the
unstoppable.
MP7.
They all have guns. They were only at 4/5 of their potential.
Yeah,
If you assume they're all equally skilled.
Oh, you have a good point right there, actually. Dennis starts it off, though. NATO with the up close as well. He keeps refacing. He's fine enough with this. He's happy to continue trying to get this fight. And long range with the op. I don't see why not. He's only up against the pistols. He's aware of this one. The next one. Down to 3 players already. All they have is 2 Deegs and 1 P250. And let's see what they can actually get done with this one, because at the moment, at least, they haven't really been able to find anything. They're just kind of holding back, waiting to see if anyone from Sprout decides to face again. And even then, they don't have great weaponry to try and take those long-range duels.
Yeah, and we did see Epsilon also get off to a slow start on Train that really ended up costing them. So if the same were to happen here on Cobble, they could be in trouble. We do see Spiddy finally with that rifle get the quick pick out towards mid. And as expected, Sprout are making this round look easy. Dennis should claim the final kill. There we go. The MP7 eventually gets the job done. And Epsilon will now be back to a bye again. I'll be interested to see if Smooya goes for the AWP here, because it's not something that you need on the T side, and without Kevlar it could be a risk, but he decides to take that risk. He's going to pick up that AWP. NATO Safix has his on the other side. Sprout just sticking with all 5 guns from the previous round. And we're going to see Smooya already positioned towards a long, although, oh, NATO gets caught out. Smooya wins the battle of the AWPers. He was a bit quiet on Train, but if he can step up here on Cobble, Epsilon still have a chance in this series.
Yeah. Let's see. Dennis boosted up in the drop room with this MP7, though. Let's see what he's going to be able to find. We can see Spitty finally beginning to rotate. He makes his way back over to the A-bomb site. Dennis actually got aggressive and managed to go out through the drop room and back into long. Without getting taken down. He did take a bit of damage, though, so that's okay for Epsilon. They get a bit more damage connected. Spitty now retrieves the op. He's just going to be juggling these, so Spitty making sure that op is back in the background, and Dennis, the player who stepped it up massively on Train, is going to go ahead and pick that one up. So into good hands once again. And Epsilon now have a minute left to decide what they want to do. Not too much of a rush, but it seems like they have some sort of idea. At least they have a bit of a plan now coming into this round. Control towards drop room, control towards A long, and another kill for Smooya being taken onto Dennis means that it is going to be a difficult round now for Sprout. Only 1 player on the same bomb site. That's going to be Spitty all alone, and it's just going to be difficult unless we can see Crystal get a lot of work done in towards connector as well.
Ooh, Crystal does spot out Surreal, so that could be important. As Spitty also finds a single frag. Time is starting to become a factor, but Epsilon still have a little bit of time to work with. They need this kill, though, and they're not going to find it. Smooya finally opens up, but he is the only man left. And with 15 seconds, oh, the incendiary is going to slow things. Smooya gets the second kill while pushing through the flames. He should have time for the plant. Smooya getting onto the site as we speak. There we go. The bomb will go down. Innocent is going to get up close, though, so Smooya needs a 6 shot. Flash is being deployed. Should slow Innocent down. Second one out. Smooya going to go for the peek. Blinds him, but tries the no-scope. Now he gets to post up on the angle, though. Innocent peeks out, but Smooya wasn't watching that side of the truck. So Innocent just about wins the clutch. A good effort from Smooya, but the 4K not enough. He would have needed the ace. And instead, it's Innocent to keep Sprout's flawless start alive. 5-0 now.
Yeah, similar start as the Train. Epsilon at least get the bomb plant, so they will be able to buy once again into this. Robin was trying to call a pause for a while, but he never called it. It didn't seem like they're going to call it now. I was thinking maybe it would have been a good time for a tactical pause, but apparently not. So let's see. Right now, double op setup coming out, and interestingly enough, Dennis is not going to have one of them. Crystal is going to pick that up, as I said. Usually he would be the secondary opper. Dennis was feeling it in the previous game. And right now he gives it back to Crystal, which makes sense because of his position at least. He's playing over towards Chicken Coop. Dennis playing on A with NATO Safix as well. Wouldn't really be able to use a second op because that would just be a silly setup. But right now, Epsilon has gone for a very slow default, it seems.
As you were saying, 2 AWPs for Sprouts. Crystal with one of them. Dennis is playing towards A, so I guess that's the reason he's not got the AWP. Certainly was on point in the previous map. Currently going to be playing close towards A long behind a smoke. Meantime, Crystal getting aggressive out towards B flat. There's not much more you can do here other than just watch that long-range angle. So he's just going to be holding that one off. But it's Epsilon who are positioning elsewhere. A couple of players in towards drop, but Smooya again with a rapid entry. And that's going to prompt them to push towards the site. Innocent has been spotted. He does get the dink, but a headshot is returned on towards him. And NATO and Dennis have it all to do. In a 2v5, this almost certainly is Epsilon's first round, and it will be without a single casualty.
Yeah, that's the ideal way to do it as well. It means they will be able to keep some money in the bank. And right now, Sprout, after they reinvest into this one, even this buy I don't think is going to be perfect. They are going to be lacking a small amount. You can see Crystal going to go for a FAMAS, Spitty for a CZ. But they do get the double up setup out once again. This time Dennis takes the secondary one, and I think because of that, they're going to leave NATO alone towards A. Actually, as I say that, Spitty, he just smokes mid, and he may decide to hang around. Let's see if he does. But now, Dennis playing passive on B with that secondary off as well. Similar to what we've seen from Crystal in the previous round. And a similar setup as well from Epsilon. They're just going to be holding this passive default. 3 players working over towards the B side of the map, mostly towards the drop room. And 2 players just holding outside of A to see if they can catch any of those aggressive picks. Dennis, though, look at this. He's decided to get a bit more aggressive with his own up and see if it's going to pay off. Because right now there is a player just around that corner on the other side of B long. And as you can see now, the T is they have taken control of the drop room.
Good timing there. Chak shooting while Smooya was dropping, trying to mask the noise. Smoke will go down. A couple of players down in towards drop. I think Sprout should still be very aware of this, especially as Smooya has now been rattling off the shots. But oh, that's a really nice angle from Dennis, peeking up from flat over the top of that wall. And now Surreal is going to get the kill back. The TZ could have been able to get the kill up close, but Surreal manages to stop Spitty in his tracks. And now the B push is coming in. Dennis gets the first. Ooh, Shaq with a very quick kill, and Dennis was out in the open. Shaq now gets the AWP into his hands, but it's still a 2v2. I'll try and boost him up. Here it is. NATO isn't going to be the man spotted. Now he is. Shaq hits the shots. Oh, there's a 4K for Shaq. Even with the AWP, he steps up. And Epsilon do just about keep their second round.
Yeah, good one indeed. That was a crucial one for them to pick up. Nice performance coming in. And now Godsack. Smooya spammed Godsack into the chat, so sorry, Bind. Okay.
Am I lagging?
Is GoTV lagging for you? Yeah, it's lagging
yeah.
for me. We seem to have some GoTV issues. It didn't miss anything, so that was very strange. I think Ebot was having an issue because Ebot stopped updating the chat at 2-0 for Sprout, so it must have been the problem. Maybe the admins had to fix that. A reminder also, eFrag has nothing to do with the admins, so yeah, we couldn't really help that out. We are just here to stream it in English. And I think we're doing an okay job. We're giving you guys some slang, we're teaching you stuff. And actually, a couple of kills coming in right now for a Sprout, so this is getting a little bit awkward for Epsilon. I don't want to allow for this to go in favour of the German side, but Surreal doing his best to recover it, so good work. And now it's all on to Dennis and NATO.
Spitty with that Zeus came close, but not going to get the kill in towards a drop. NATO could get good timing. Surreal caught in the back. That's another gun lost and an AK recovered for NATO. Here comes the push out towards B. Epsilon should still be in pretty good shape, but they are going to push towards the AK of NATO's Sapphics. In the meantime, Dennis has all the info. He's pushed through. The flank could be coming in. Smooya does watch for it, but he's low on health. There goes the frag. And Shaq has to clutch yet again. We've seen him left in these positions in the past. This time, though, he doesn't have any nades. We're going to see the gun given over towards Dennis. He has the health, but he's already dropped.
Oh my
Dennis,
God.
oh, doesn't get the trade. I thought Dennis would have had Shaq dead to rights there, but Shaq swings back around. And somehow, Shaq again gets the clutch for his team.
That was not the Dennis we've seen on trains, at least.
Welcome back, guys. We hopefully are back into the action. I say hopefully because we were having some issues, but here we are. Not too long of a break, and it is going to be 5-3, not 5-4 like you were seeing previously. And it is Sprout who have a buy alongside a better buy from Epsilon. They've got the AWP on Smooya, who already looks to be going aggressive.
Indeed he does, and it's over towards A long, where there is going to be one player waiting for him. NATO Safix, he manages to win out that fight. Robin, who actually doesn't find the trade. NATO able to step it up once again, and now a two-man advantage in play for Epsilon, for Sprout rather. Epsilon in an awkward situation right now. Losing two players early on puts them on the back foot, and especially with Innocent being able to find Surreal as well. So this round seems to be going heavily in favour of the Sprout side. Jenko doing his best to try and bring it back, but still down by two players.
Yeah, Chuck has been very good in the clutch recently, but in a 2 versus 4, still going to be tricky. And this boost, yeah, should catch him out. That's a really nice position just to play once or twice per half and just try and get that opening kill. Oftentimes it can go unchecked, and that allows NATO to find his 3rd of the round. He even gets to save the AWP there at the end, just about getting to recover that one. And now it's Epsilon who have to go for a force buy, but it's already looking pretty weak. Smooya and Jenko get the only 2 rifles. And if Sprout can win this round, they could really come out to a strong lead.
Yeah, certainly. This is just not a great buy for Epsilon. I'm kind of shocked that they actually did decide to invest. I guess they wanted to just try and keep themselves into this now. They don't want to allow Sprout to actually build up any economy. I can see the idea, but I don't know if it was really a worthwhile investment. Let's see if they can pull it off, though. 2 rifles, 3 CZs. And with a couple of those CZs going over towards drop room, they definitely can get damage done. Spiddy inside decides to fall back off now. And it looks like we will be seeing them attempting to try and split towards this A-bomb site. A decent nade goes in to start it off from Spiddy. Listen, look at this position. Jenko goes straight down, and so does the bomb into the water position. Yes, that's right. I do call that spot water because he used to have it in the old versions of the map. But right now, kills once again heavily in favor of Sprout.
Innocent gets a flash landing on him, but he still manages to peek out for the frag. So as you would expect, it is going to be Sprout pretty easily winning out here. After the 2 rifles were lost, it was always going to be easy. And Spiddy in a strong position for yet another kill. There we go. Sprout make it look easy. Even though that was a force buy from Epsilon, they get destroyed. And now it's going to be Epsilon on pretty much a full eco. So Sprout really have a chance now to pull away on their CT side. And to be honest, I think for the most part, Epsilon, they'll probably be hoping to also get a fair few rounds into the second half when they go over to the CT side as well. But considering they're already 7-3 down, this is starting to get us a little bit worrying, even if it's their own map pick.
Yeah, just been a full eco into this round. We shouldn't really see much pin found. Damage heavily in favor of the Sprout side, as are the kills. Robin and Jack are the last 2 players standing. That nade goes in. That should finish off at least 1. No? Okay. Doesn't get a kill, but does a little bit more damage, and still the rifles, of course, in favoured positions. But as I say that, 2 quick kills come in. So a couple of weapons being dropped with Spiddy. He's there to make sure that they won't be retrieved. CZ in hand, tapping away. HP will finally be diminished. And there you have it, 8 rounds for Sprout. And now Epsilon, they will be able to get the buyback out. Yeah, 10-3, looking so good for Sprout right now. Epsilon, they get the buyback out. They need to start getting some rounds now, otherwise I think Sprout are just going to be running away with this one, because 10-3 already on the CT side of Cobblestone. And that is traditionally slightly biased towards the offense. And right now they are struggling. They got themselves those 3 rounds early on. Well, kind of in the middle actually, but since then they haven't really had any success. That momentum, I guess, being affected by the pause that was called. Let's see. Right now, at least, Epsilon grouping up over towards B, looking to try and get that drop control once again. And it's usually Surreal that leads the way in towards this position. He likes being able to get himself in towards drop room, try and find those opening kills, and then be in a position to just try and cut off all the rotators. And there you go, Chaki gets 1. Trades do come back by Innocent once again. A Molotov going down to try and delay the push even further. And it's not even really needed. The rifles are just getting so much work done.
Crystal eventually gets the frag through on towards Jenko. And Smooya has to do everything all by himself, and he's not even going to take down Crystal. So, again, I mean, Crystal was towards the bottom of the scoreboard, but you can see everyone from Sprout performing. They've got plenty of money in the bank. They're all above 10 kills right now. It's just been a team effort from Sprout, which is something I wasn't necessarily expecting fully coming into today. Like, I knew Sprout definitely have more depth of talent than Epsilon. However, to see all the players performing pretty well is really nice to see from Sprout's perspective. And the fact that they have got pretty much everyone performing is a huge boost for them. And, I mean, If they win this, they get to go up against a Vanguard. If they perform like this, they could absolutely still have a chance of making it through to those playoffs.
Yeah, certainly. Let's see though. Right now, Epsilon grouping up towards A. Dennis, the timing, is it going to work out? He's a player in danger. Doesn't quite hit the shots though. Smoke down towards the door means that for the moment, at least one of those players will be cut off, and that's an awkward position right there as well. Somehow he managed to escape. It's a real forced back by the Molotov, and for now it is going to remain in a 5-on-5 with a slight HP advantage in favour of Epsilon. If they can get themselves up to 4, pick up the pistol, they'd certainly still be in a decent enough position to try and build this comeback, but it's going to be awkward because we can see they are making their way back towards B. We're currently, Sprout, they have gone aggressive. They got themselves so much control, but it seems like just as I say that, they're happy enough with giving it up. They're just going to fall back off. And now, Epsilon making their way towards B. Have to take down this upper though. That's the main thing. We see there is one just posted up on the platform. That's Crystal, and he finds one instantly. Innocent as well. He's able to shut down Robin in towards the drop room, and Smooya does his best to trade it back out, but still a man advantage now in favour of Sprout.
And now Crystal is fairly alone. Oh, Surreal gets him through the smoke. There might have been a gap there. I couldn't quite see on my screen, but either way, the kill comes in. Smooya also enters towards the site, and Jenko chimes in with yet another frag. So Epsilon salvage, well, not yet. I thought that was going to be a free kill for Smooya, but Dennis takes him down. Should still almost certainly be the 4th round for Epsilon here at the end of the half, because Dennis just has 12 HP as he sneaks his way forwards. Jenko doesn't quite peek out from Coop. Now he's spotted. Dennis trying to get a lucky kill. At this point, it's worth going for some sort of lucky shot like that, because you really need something to get him back into this round. Dennis nearly manages to take down Jenko, but the headshot comes in, and there it is. At least a 4th round at the end for Epsilon, but Sprout just looking on point for the most part.
Yeah, looking like the better team indeed. As you said, nice job by Epsilon to at least get themselves the 4th round. If they pick up the pistol, I could certainly see a possibility for the comeback being built, but it's still going to be a long road ahead. Also worth noting that Robin right now really is struggling in this game. He's always been a player that when he struggles, so does Epsilon. If he's fragging well, then they tend to do good, but it's a bit of a problem right now because he's 3-14, hasn't really had a chance to get going on the T side, but let's see now if he can step it up on the defense. Let's see if they can actually manage to get this comeback successfully. God damn it, Smooya.
I know, right? Again, though, Innocent performing for Sprout. We've seen him be one of the players that I think has really stepped up in the last few sort of games we've seen Sprout play. He's been in really good form recently. I think that gives another aspect to Sprout as well when he can step up for them. And yeah, Innocent's certainly been performing well. So that's certainly nice to see from Sprout's perspective. And as we said, remember, the winner gets to play against a Vanguard. They will have a map disadvantage in that best of 5, because this is the losers brackets. So a Vanguard will be waiting, will be, I'm sure, watching and seeing exactly who they will be up against. But hopefully we should be ready to get underway shortly. I think we're going to have a 1-minute break before the second half, just so both teams can slow things down, because this is going to be a hugely important pistol round coming in for Epsilon.
Yeah, they do need this one. If they lose this, then I think it's just going to be basically impossible. Because at that point, then if they don't win the force buy afterwards, they'll go down 13-4, and then they go down, I believe, 14-4 before they actually get the rifles out. So it would just not be looking too good. It would be a very, very difficult comeback if they want any room to work with right now. They need this pistol, and ideally they want the first gun round as well. Podcast time. Oh, we can podcast again. Anyone have any questions?
Something I do want to say quickly is that you have to remember with Epsilon, on their CT side pistol, so many times we've seen them go for that boost stack in towards connector and just hold fairly far back. So that's something that if Sprout are aware of, they could certainly try to punish. We see Epsilon very often just have those 2 players just waiting back in towards connector, and I feel like it leaves both the A and B site fairly vulnerable, but allows for the quick rotate. So If I were Sprout and I knew that was likely, I'd probably just go for a quick A push and try and get that smoke in towards door to allow you to get to the site quickly. But Sprouts have decided to go for 2 sets of nades. Spiddy and Crystal both picking them up, with Crystal having a molly. We're not seeing that connector play come in from Epsilon, though, so a slightly different CT pistol round from them. They are just going to be holding fairly standard across the map, and Sprouts are all going to stick together as they now go back towards A.
Yeah, making their way over towards A right now. 2 players in position. And let's see if they're going to be able to actually hold this one down. The smoke towards the door is going to be able to block off one player from trying to assist. And now on the bomb site itself, it's going to be Chak, and he's going to have a very difficult task at hand. He is just tapping away with the P2000 players. They're beginning to come in on all sides. And he's only able to find a single kill before getting traded out. So now a 4-on-4. Bomb is going to be planted, and Innocent steps it up once again. He's been having a great performance, and he continues to do so. 3 kills. Surreal returns one there with a nice shot onto Crystal, but now it's down to Smooya and Surreal, the UK duo, to try and pull off this retake. And let's see if it's going to be able to happen. There we go, Surreal gets himself another. So a couple of nice headshots being hit, both of these last players in towards Wood. And let's see, Smooya tapping away, the HP getting low, gets it through to Wood itself. And now Nato Sapic's all alone, he gets that kill just about. 6 bullets left and Smooya on 7 HP. 1 is all he needs to be able to connect her, and it's looking likely he gets the headshot. Slight overkill, but Safix finishes it in style, and there you have it. Sprout get themselves a 12th round on the back of that 1 versus 2. You have to say, nice try though by Surreal and Smooth to pull that one back. It was a 2-on-4 retake, so they gave it their best. Wasn't enough in the end. Nato Safix, he pulls off the clutch.
Yeah, it was a very sloppy fight in the first one. That could have gone differently, but not quite enough for Epsilon, even though they got so many of the kills through. Nato Safix holds his ground. And now with just the 2 AKs left in the Sprout side, they should be good to take this round. They have gone for a fair few SMGs. So up against the pistols, that could be somewhat of a risk, but 2 AKs should be more than enough. Of course, they know that Epsilon pretty much have to go for the Force just to try and get some way back into the round, but that nade did huge damage, I think, to both Robin and Surreal. So good way to start the round. The push has come down in towards drop. So that could be, again, slightly worrisome up close. But it looks as though Sprouts slowly but surely seem to be thinking of this B push. And if they were to go for this, there is a 4-man stack. Let's see if Dennis can get the first kill. He just about does, surviving on 5 HP.
Yeah, another kill from Crystal. There's a player up on top of the platform, though, who may be able to take a couple players off by surprise, but it's just not going to work out. Innocent there to cover. And there you have it. The bomb site is going to be taken over. The bomb is going to be planted. And Chak knows the last man standing may just want to go ahead and save this one. There's basically nothing you can do in a 1-on-5 retake towards B without a defuse kit and without a rifle. So, yeah, it's just trying to hide up in Cinderella right now. Just hoping to try and save over this so they have something to work with in the next
Cinderella?
round. Yeah, is that what it is? Oh, Rapunzel, sorry. It's one of those Disney jokes. It's one of those Disney jokes.
That's why I always just call it Tower, because half the time I forget Rapunzel. I mean, Cinderella's just like not even. Like Rapunzel has the long hair.
Rapunzel's
just
like
like
a
a bit
know.
of a.
I was just thinking Disney, to be honest.
Yeah, she's a bit of a basic girl, isn't she?
You could have phrased that much worse.
I know, but I didn't want to.
Could have used some alliteration as well.
I know. It's so tempting. Alliteration always sounds so good. Oh, hello, Robin. Taking a page out of Spiddy's book, he buys up the Zeus. P250. Oh, Shaq actually managed to, I believe, did he save that? Yeah, he saved that from the previous round, right? So he gets the Deeg, the Kevlar, the helmet. Not really much for anyone else. Robin is going to be in towards drop, as you would expect. Flash comes in. Oh, Robin could get him in the back here. Dennis has run through. They should be aware of this. Robin misses the Zeus. I thought that was a guaranteed kill, but it doesn't come through. Shaq is going to be the man on the site now, looking to lock this down. He's already found one, but the spray comes in a reply. And, oh, Epsilon, they've heavily rotated towards B, but unfortunately for them, Sprouts are more than ready for it. They're just going to go back over towards A, and it should be a fairly free A site, although Surreal could get there here in time.
Yeah, but is there really too much you can do with only a P250? Maybe he could get a kill or two. He peeks around the van, but yeah, he peeks into more players than he would have if he had just tried to stay in that position. So it doesn't work out. Smooya and Jenko are the last two standing. Smooya, he gets spotted out and actually wins that fight. Jenko from behind was able to get a couple bullets off as well, and Smooya gets a second. Okay, Sprout, be careful here. You don't want to give this round away. You don't want to give any sort of opportunity for Epsilon to get themselves back into this game. And let's see if it's going to be taken, because an AK now has been retrieved. This has an MP7 for Smooya, but that's not really going to be as impactful, so he does decide to stick onto the Desert Eagle. Oh, and he gets a bit of damage on the NATO Sapix with that pre-fire, but not too substantial. And NATO wins up the fight against Jenko, so this should be the round now in favour of Sprout, unless Smooya manages to pull off a bit of a heroic clutch. And it's not going to happen, Crystal from behind. So there you have it, 14-4, 10 rounds in the difference, as Epsilon do get their first buy, and potentially the last buy of this half. And this game.
And this series, and this tournament. There we go, we've escalated it to the fullest, I think. I don't think it'll be the last buy for this team. We can't go any further.
Well, unless this game makes them fold.
Yeah. This.
I doubt it. Although you never know, UKCSGO.
Well, Sprout are going to be lining up the quick B push. Smoke's already coming in from fairly far back. This is quite a common strategy from teams, but it's because it can be so successful. Having said that, Jenko's going to get the first kill on the hole. Very sloppy fights coming in because of those smokes, but NATO gets a headshot onto Surreal through that smoke. The bomb still hasn't gone down, so it's a 3v3, and Epsilon have gained ground, but already Spiddy finds one. NATO spraying away, gets his second, and Smooya has it all to do, and he's not going to do it. Sprout go for the quick B push, and the smokes allow them to get control of the site. And Epsilon are just about to crash out of this qualifier. It looks like IEM Sydney was just a dream for the UK boys. They're going to be going home empty-handed.
Yeah, looking to be the case indeed, unless they can pull off something now with this force buy. But even then, it would be another 10 rounds they needed in a row after that, so it's a long road ahead. And it's going to be difficult, so let's see. Right now, Sprout looking so dominant throughout this entire series. So there hasn't really been too much Epsilon could do. And that nade actually doesn't do any damage. I would think that went just a little bit too far past Innocent. So for now, very little damage has been put in. Surreal down to 94, but that's not really too substantial either. So Sprout just hanging back on a bit of a default, it seems. Just most of their presence has been put over towards B. That's where most of their focus is going to be towards. And they did originally have NATO Sapix outside of A, but it seems like he's going to be falling back off now into a bit of a more passive position. And as I say that, Jenko and Crystal, they're able to find quick trades. So 4-on-4. And that does still favour Sprout, of course.
Yeah, they still have the superior weaponry. That AK cannot be recovered. It's all the way back towards B plat. Push comes in. Surreal is going to get one kill up close. That AK is more recoverable, but Spiddy is going to push through and not allow that to happen. Trades are still looking decent, though. Robin got a kill there in towards drop, so Sprout do have to clutch this out from the disadvantage. Spiddy and NATO who have to do it, but NATO already gets the first. Spiddy looking to lock down plat. It's a struggle. He can't get the kill through, but he will survive. The bomb should be going down shortly, but Smooya's going to go aggressive, denies the bomb plant. Trade comes in. It's all up to NATO versus Shaq, but look at the health on the CT player. 8 HP. And he's also so far away from the action here. The UMP surely cannot get this kill, but Shaq just spotted NATO out. The spray comes in. Shaq, you need this kill. He's not found it yet. NATO has got to get the bomb down. He's going to go for the plant, and Shaq doesn't push. NATO now just biding his time. Shaq just needs a few more bullets as he pushes up, catches him out, still no kill, over to the pistol, Shaq will fall, and it is the CZ of NATO to close it out. Shaq just can't get it done, and it is Sprout to take it 2-0, and we will go back to the desk.